to opening your heart to a loving holiday meditation. Thank you for being here this evening. You are amazing. Let us take in a deep breath and connect to the love that we are. Let us each ask to receive unconditional love and see it pour into every cell in our body. And please envision this love pouring in like a waterfall. What powers the happiness in your life? What was the happiest day of your life? What was the primary emotion you felt then? Why do we not feel this way all the time? What gets in our way? It is my honor to share with you some of life's secrets that inspired me. I want to share about one day I became aware that I had been sleepwalking through most of my life. I love my life. I am a former nurse practitioner, an emotional healer, theta healing healer, Life Mastery Institute coach, higher brain living facilitator, retreat facilitator, but it has not always been happiness unlimited for me. In fact, when I was in my 40s, I felt I had no friends, and that relationship was something that just happened or did not. I was married, I had 2 children, I had no health issues or other serious issues. Why was I not feeling connected to my life? In fact, it took me a number of years to realize that my life was off track. I call it going through the motions of life without a deep connection to love in myself. I would go through this busyness, caring for my husband, children, working a job, cooking, cleaning, social outings. One day, I woke up from the sleepwalk when a visiting stranger was the occasion for me to examine what I really wanted. It was painful at first. I cried. A friend recommended a book. I read Power versus Force, which helped me to feel that deep joy and connection were possible. The changes did not happen overnight, but gradually over the next 2 years. What changed was me. I so wanted to feel that connection to myself as love. I asked for it in meditation. I released my emotional baggage and my beliefs about who I am and what is possible. And I learned these healing modalities that changed my life. I began to live my life with purpose, passion. I attracted amazing relationships. My relationship with myself changed. And my husband and I have been married 50 years plus. Despite past hurts, we are still connected. And I feel deep joy and gratitude in every aspect of my life. And I would love to empower you to connect with your inner power to have more of this joy and love that life offers. We have beliefs about love that reflect a filtered reality. I call them myths. Myth number 1 about love. A person feels hurt and believes her partner or friend is the cause of her pain. This is called projection. A person worries that perhaps that partner or friend will not open up about his feelings or be romantic and affectionate. Or one feels that love has passed one by. Projection keeps us from understanding the true cause of upset and pain. When we blame a partner for what we feel, we cannot see how past patterns and relationships are replaying and repeating patterns from the past. We feel unable to move from fights and from connecting to those whom we want to love. Signs we are projecting might be feeling really convinced that the partner is at fault and maybe we are right. I remember a family member recently telling me that when she was younger, she had a friend who constantly said, "You don't love me. You don't love me." Or maybe the person said, "Why don't you love me?" It's just a projection of probably the person's own feelings not loving themselves. So another way to tell if you're projecting might be feeling deeply hurt after a minor argument, or feeling overwhelmed or panicked during an argument. The need to resolve something here, right here or now, is a signal a person is bringing some past trauma into the present moment. According to Sage in the book Mirror of Love, if you do not love yourself, you will create the opposite, which is a lack of love of what you want. So you will really know what you do want. For example, if a person does not love herself, she will create experiences or see experiences that reflect that back to her. So she will learn to love herself. A person could also create the experience of someone smothering her with love so that she can feel lovable. We all come here to learn about love, and this is the only reason we are here. What lessons in love did you learn from your parents? What did their actions teach you about what love is or is not? We also choose partners or friends in life to help us learn what love is or is not. Sometimes divorcees find a loving mate again, sometimes not. What might be a reason? When you love yourself, you will create situations in your life that reflect this back to you. Can you relate a happy story about yourself? So myth number 2 about love that we might have. A person keeps searching for the right relationship without changing herself. This person will be plagued by what I call chronic dissatisfaction. The process of learning to love herself will completely transform the way she looks at herself and how she sees others. As long as a person looks to other people to feel accepted or happy, she will keep searching and never discover the deep joy of connecting to everyone or someone in a way that supports your own happiness. Most people that hear they need to love themselves either tune it out or reject it outright They think it's too out there, or they think they already do love themselves. But this is their conscious mind talking or speaking. Many believe that loving themselves means just treating yourself to all of whatever life has to offer. A lot of material things or whatever, a family, a car, a house, massage, vacations. Lasting change about loving yourself comes from within. It comes from a deep realization that we have accepted subconsciously beliefs and myths about love and who we are. To realize these beliefs requires the support, maybe of a healer or coach, who can guide one to empower herself with the freedom to love. Don Miguel Ruiz Jr., who wrote The Four Agreements, says that love is the greatest demon that we have to wrestle with. Why is this? Why do we think we have to control how we receive love? What if a person is totally free to love someone without ever expecting anything in return? Can you imagine the possibility of this? Myth number 3. A person's attempts at happiness, love, never feel like enough. We all hold subconscious beliefs about who we are and what is possible for us. Are we listening to ourselves every day? What are our thoughts predominantly about? Awareness is an important part of healing. And the subconscious mind is said to control 88% of the operating system of our conscious mind. These programs are meant to protect us and keep us the same, and they often prevent us from making changes to our lives that would empower us. For example, a client of mine named Terry came to me with depression, and she had even contemplated suicide. So we worked on releasing trapped emotions, and we used theta healing to release dark night of the soul and tell her subconscious mind that she was completely accepted by God. We released blocks to forgiving and loving herself and to receive love. Now, Terry is a happy, empowered business coach. Theta healing is a form of prayer that addresses the creator of all that is for us to heal on a physical, spiritual, and emotional level. Would you like to remove blocks to great relationships or even find a soulmate? Become aware that whatever we say about another person is our expression of how we feel about ourselves. This is what Byron Katie says. If we judge another, we are judging ourselves. Have you ever observed an angry person? Listen carefully as they talk about a person or situation. Is the angry person taking responsibility for what he or she created, or is she seeing herself as a victim of someone else's words or actions, or a victim of some circumstances? What would a person think about if she were deeply in love? What if she felt she were being affected by others' thoughts and actions? Can we really be controlled by others' thoughts and actions? What if we think we are? What is the responsibility here? The law of vibration allows for the flow of energy through me. Your results are reflections of what our results are the result of what we are thinking about and feeling and focusing on. If we are tired of our results, we can change our TV channel. How will we know if we are thinking empowering thoughts? Our feelings are an indication that are conscious of our awareness of the vibration we are in. Do we feel angry, sad, resentful? Do we feel love, joy, happiness? Sometimes, most of the time, or possibly even all the time. Go out and make new friends and re-engage old ones. Be present as an observer about how you talk about yourself and others in your life. Talk to those even if you do not think they are a match for you. What can they teach you about yourself? Finding time for friendships is important. Do you make time to enjoy yourself and to have friends? Have you ever met someone who spoke to you as if you were the only person that mattered to them, at least for the moment? How do you feel in this situation? I want to share something that Esther Perel teaches. She's a relationship therapist in New York. She's amazing. Her last name is Perel. And she says that today we have so many expectations of our intimate partner that in past times it wasn't possible. You know, marriage was usually a matter of for economic reasons and to produce children. And only in the last probably 100 years have we come to have so much expectation to put on just one intimate partner that before it would take many people to give us that. And so to think that only one person can meet all our needs is probably one of our biggest projections or beliefs that really doesn't serve us. So in summary, I just want to say we have these misconceptions about love and our myths. And the number one is to project our lack onto someone else, creating more lack. And the number two thing that we do is feeling that the only person that needs to change is someone out there instead of me. But when we change who we are, this perception changes everything in my life. And the third reason is that limiting beliefs, a lot of these are ancestral. And these can be released. So we're going to create some empowering beliefs with theta healing in this meditation. So I'm going to read it to you. I want you to just take in a deep breath and exhale. Completely relax. We're going to get in a theta state, which is a state of relaxation. Just feel your body sink into the chair, your shoulders relax. Take another deep breath in and exhale. . And take another deep breath in. Exhale again. So this theta healing prayer releases ancestral blocks to which you may have assumed from your past or your ancestors. As we ask for these beliefs to be released as they apply to you, realize that they may be present in the subconscious mind and stored there without your awareness. So we're just going to let Creator or your higher self decide if they apply to you to release. Please accept the new downloads, like a new computer program of empowering beliefs, so that you can be more vibrationally present with love. The universe speaks to us in signals, which we bring into our awareness. Use your intuition to know the message. Sometimes through trauma, pain, or absence, such as divorce or the death of a loved one, we seek a stronger connection or feeling to who we are. We are seekers, wanting to feel and express more love. According to the Course in Miracles, every act, no matter how unskillful, is either an act of love or a call for love. So let us connect and be present to more of the love that we are. Let us connect to our heart energy and be fully present to our divine essence. Let us connect to the pure power of our intention and the creator of all that is, unconditional love. Let us breathe into the love and joy that is our life. Relationships help define who we really are. And the most important relationship is the one I have with myself. How I see myself is how I will see others, who are only me in disguise. Rumi says, our task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within ourselves that we have built against it. Creator of all that is commanded to resolve on the history level, clear, cancel on the soul, core, and genetic level, and send to God's light the beliefs as they apply to me. So as I read each one to release, I want you to say yes to yourself. Whether you feel it applies to you or not, just let Creator or your higher self determine that. And I'll say it. So all you have to say is yes. I release, I feel unworthy of love. Yes. I release, I feel rejected in love. Yes. I release, love means abandonment. Yes. I release, I feel unworthy of a relationship. Yes. I release, I do not know how to love myself or others. Yes. I release, I feel unworthy of and cannot attract a soulmate. Yes. I release, love means being jealous. Yes. I release, love means being envious. Yes. I release, love means betrayal. Yes. I release, I must use force to receive love. Yes. I release, I must dominate to receive love. Yes. I release, I must be submissive to receive love. Yes. I release it is not safe to be a friend. Yes. I release it is not safe to trust others. Yes. I release I feel inferior in love. Yes. I release I need to feel superior in love. Yes. I release I am ashamed of my sexuality or my sexual past. Yes. I release I feel unworthy of healthy sexuality. Yes. I release I fear intimacy. Yes. I release love diminishes me. Yes. I release love or sex is unsatisfying or dirty. Yes. I release sex is sinful. Yes. I release I cannot be sexy and spiritual at the same time. Yes. I release love is promiscuous. Yes. I release I have to be alone to be close to God. Yes. I release love means feeling left out or excluded. Yes. I release I fear homosexuals or gay people. Yes. I release love means being cheated on. Yes. I release I hold the guilt of an affair in my DNA or cellular memory. Yes. I release love is abuse. Yes. I release love means being a victim. Yes. I release love is hate. Yes. I release love is pain. Yes. I release love is futile. Yes. I release love has passed me by. Yes. I release I can only receive love through sex. Yes. I release love means being ignored. Yes. I release love means not listening to my partner. Yes. I release love means heartache and insecurity. Yes. I release love means I need to take care of or fix someone. Yes. So now we've erased the old programs, and I want to install a new computer program in the subconscious to empower you. So when I read each one, say yes with me. We are going to replace with creator's perspective, definition, and understanding on all levels. I am a divine spark of creator's divine love, and I am worthy of love. Yes. I am worthy of relationships and friendships. Yes. I know when and how to create relationships and friendships. Yes. I love myself. Yes. I love everyone because we are all part of Creator's love. Yes. I can receive love easily and effortlessly, and I know this is possible. Yes. I know how to enjoy love and sex and that this is sacred. Yes. I can be sexual and spiritual at the same time. Yes. I am safe in love. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It is done. It is done. Show me how. Show me now. So in Theta Healing, we witness the healing on 4 levels. So I'm going to do that for you. The first level is the core, which is your past in your front of your forehead. The genetic level in the center of your head by your pineal gland. The history level, your ancestors around your shoulders. And the soul level around your heart.